Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. We all know that Bitcoin had a terrible day based off of the news that the SEC is going after Binance. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later on in the day, but for now we have to talk about how Bitcoin managed to hold support and how that is amazing for us because that means this bullish flag right here is still game on. We still have the opportunity to break out sometime over the next couple weeks, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, first things first, I want to hop in here to the 4-hour chart first just to kind of show you guys something that's always pretty interesting in these moments in time. We did have a change of character here. And if you look a little bit closer, I know it hasn't done it yet, we technically have had another change of character right here on the bullish side. I want to always remind you guys that if you guys follow the change of character, whether it's the smart money concepts from any of the big players out there, I want you guys to remember a change of character during a volatile moment like a big news release, these are less reliable. You definitely want to have that change of character plus a breakdown of the actual trend line, okay? We had one, but we didn't have the other, so I want you guys to be very aware of that, okay? Now, over here, you can see we somewhat had something of a double bottom here, broke out above that, and now we're surging. We might end up surging back all the way up here to 26,533. At least that's why I'm hoping we can go in the next few hours or so. However, over the next few days, what we need to actually break out of is not this larger trend line here. It's this one right here, okay? If we can manage to break out of this, and it probably won't happen until a few days from now, it's not going to happen anytime soon, we're going to be looking at a breakout that brings us all the way back up here to 27,000, and then everybody's going to be a little bit more calm. I think today you're going to see a massive rebound from a lot of the different coins like BNB that got hit pretty hard off of the news. If that does occur, I think that's just, to me, it's going to mean that, hey, people have absorbed the news. They panicked a lot when it first happened, but now people are like, okay, we've been through this road before. It's going to be a long litigation process. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs based off of the news in the future. But for now, there's no reason for Bitcoin to come back down so much, especially as we're seeing stuff like the NASDAQ continue to go higher and higher. The Dow Jones at least continue to go more sideways, and the SPY also going higher and higher here. So in the future here, I want you guys to pay attention to a few different things. First, look at this. This is the weekly chart. We have broken down both below the 20 and the 200 weekly moving averages, but we have not closed. We have 5 days and 8 hours left. We've been down here before, albeit not this low off of the news. What you're going to see is the bulls try to push this back up here and hopefully bring us back above the 200, which happens to be about 26,439. We're at 26,196. We are not too far away from that at this point in time. However, if we do have more news like another big exchange getting targeted this week, expect Bitcoin to break down below the support that it also bounced off of here, right? And then imagine us coming all the way back down here to $22,000, $23,000. This is where everybody gets a little bit more freaked out. Right now, I'm not expecting that to happen. I think the SEC is going to have its hands full with Binance. However, you just never know, and I want you guys to be prepared for this. On the other hand here, let's go back over here to the daily. One of the things I do want you guys to be aware of also, let's add a Fibonacci extension on this side. There we go. We did end up breaking down below this. On the other side, we actually managed to hold here. News ended up breaking us down here. It looks like we're trying to close back up as of now, but this has kind of been broken in my eyes, so you might see a little bit more downside here if bulls can't come back in here and try to surge us back up into that normal flag that we were talking about. That next stop is most likely going to be around 24,000, and you could also imagine the 200 daily moving average also giving us some support right there. But in the future here, guys, if we don't find a way to break out sometime during this month, what you guys are going to actually see is us breaking down below support. There we go. If we don't find a way to break out of this, well, guess what? That 200 is going to be coming up. Let's make this yellow. And you're actually going to see a death cross here. And that death cross is not going to be fun for anybody, because the last time we had that death cross there from those moving averages, it was way back over here in January of 2022. And you guys remember how bad of a time that led to? We really don't want to see that. We want to really jolt back up here. If you guys remember, after the COVID spike, or the drop, I would say, we never actually had another death cross going into that bull market. It was all pumps ahead. And this does not feel like this, right? This over here doesn't feel like this. However, we still have an opportunity to go higher. We still have a couple months, and you are going to see bulls try to lead us back up. One of the things that we've experienced this year is a whole bunch of let's just call them minor disasters. You know, we had a banking crisis over here, we had the FTX disaster over here, and you know, as time goes on, we'll probably even have more disasters for the crypto market because we are getting targeted by the SEC. However, if you guys want to play it safe, the safest thing you guys could always do is dollar cost average and protect yourself. Because even though Bitcoin's chart looks like this, or even on the weekly chart it looks like this, and it's still pumped up a lot, you do have other tokens out there that maybe haven't been doing as good. ADA right here hasn't really pumped up that much since the altcoin season over here, and a lot more bearish. You got Matic over here. This is more reasonable, but it is testing out support levels here, and it looks like it wants to come back down to retest 72 cents. You got Crowcoin over here, nowhere near where it was before. This thing may ultimately go to new lows during this cycle. Dot, huge double top, hasn't been where it wants to be. Litecoin managed to come back up a little bit, but this has had some good news, but also on the verge of a breakdown here. So just be cautious. Your best bets right now for dollar cost averaging are usually going to be Ethereum and Bitcoin. Everything else you're going to be buying when they have these larger crashes. And by larger crashes, I mean major events like this where everybody is freaking out constantly. So hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. And later on, I'll be doing an Ethereum video for you guys as well.